PEGI 16.
I think the first time I played Life is Strange, I was struck by how real the characters were.
Just kind of instantly enchanted by it. It was just so different.
Life is Strange has caught lightning in a bottle because it represents the real life that we all live, and yet it allows us to be someone we're not. When we approached the Life is Strange remaster, we wanted to focus on several core areas where we could really enhance the work that Don't Nod had already done and the work that we had done on Before the Storm.
The biggest things that we're focusing on would be character model improvements. So as we bring up the poly counts, we're increasing detail, we're increasing fidelity. We're also looking at our facial rigs, we're looking at mocap, and we're looking to improve the performance in a way that helps the characters emote on an entirely new level.
These characters have a very unique look and a very distinct style that we had to stay very true to. We didn't even want to think about altering or somehow changing the look and feel of these games. We're huge fans of them. We think they're brilliant. We weren't about to step on that legacy.
I think the hardest thing is when Before the Storm was over, you sort of had this feeling of leaving behind some of that stuff that you'd become so familiar with. And so, yeah, it's a wonderful thing to be able to go back and work on them again.
Getting a chance to work with Chloe and Max is just fantastic. And those are the pieces of the game that I get the most excited about and really geek out. Is like, oh, now I'm gonna take this character apart and see exactly how it was built, and how can we upgrade this and keep it Max and keep it Chloe.
We have gone over all the textures and we're going through the hair and we're giving it some dynamics so it moves more fluidly.
So the focus was completely unfaced. We completely rebuilt all the faces with higher poly counts, with higher bone counts, to allow us to put this new face capture data that we've captured onto the characters. And again, the goal with all of this is to get more emotional performance.
I think subtlety's the right word for it. I think and a lot of times in game animation and game narrative, the dialogue line is the point. What we're able to do with the technology we have now is demonstrate a character's response facially, non-verbally, might be the most important moment in that scene, and it really comes shining through now.
The trick with this process on this project was that we've already captured the bodies, we've already recorded the dialogue, and those performances are set in stone. I mean, those are the games. Those are the games that we know and love. We didn't want to re-record the dialogue. We didn't want to recast the actors. So we brought in a really specific kick-ass team of actors. They're providing all the inflection and all of the nuance and all of the thought behind the eyes, if you will, on top of this dialogue.
As you can imagine, there's an immense amount of content. And so in order to manage this much content, we had to develop a whole new series of tools that would work well with the content and work with the actors.
Faceover is a tool that allows us to automatically cut up scenes for whenever the actor shows up. So let's say if Chloe is doing something in the junkyard, it will only record when she's on screen, and Faceover does that for us automatically. It's a very, very useful tool, and without it, I don't think this would be possible.
They dot me up, I put my hair back, we put the helmet on, do a shake test. The data that we put in is the most consistent as it can be. Prior to all of this, I have to do a lot of at-home research. Obviously, I have to memorize my lines.
It's a very cool experience to see Sylvia working and how she directs the actors and to get the best performance possible.
With some actors, I come in with really cohesive notes, and I know from the beginning I want to try and get this and this and this out of them for this particular sequence. A lot of the times, though, I just come in and I know they've done their homework, I've done my homework, we play the clip for them, I see what they do. Sometimes we'll even let them do a take just out of the gate.
It's just about the actor's choice of, do I add or do I use the information to propel what I choose? So a lot of the direction comes from, how are we going to either make it work or add to it?
And then we take that new Faceover performance and then we bring that into the game over the original content.
It looks so cool, and I remember specifically shooting those scenes and what our actors had done, and how expressive they were, and to see that translate over into the new remaster is totally cool. It's awesome.
The characters, the animations, the performances, the personalities of these characters you love or hate are brought to life, I think, in greater fidelity than we've seen before. And there's the chance you'll see Arcadia Bay, you'll see Chloe, you'll see Max with new eyes.